who hasn't had sex. Even I have had sex. Otherwise, why is my name Mrs. Mabona? But you cannot use, even today I've had. What is the big deal if I've had?
Inches. Hata mimi najiuliza, wewe ni kijana kama mtoto wangu. Mimi niko na miaka 60. Alafu unaniambia uko na inches. Alafu unatoa suruali, unachukua picture, hata itasimama unanitumia.
Sani saa 6. Nafika ile siku ya kukubali mimi ni cheater. Niamkia supu na kindukulu na shuku mausi.
Yes, I have come to realize that in the Kenyan parliaments, there are some women who like sex, who like to talk about sex, who like to enjoy sex, and their liking of this act overshadows their potential. In fact, the ladies I'm going to mention to you are mostly known of sex scandals and sex talk. In fact, many of them have made a name in these things. Okay? One would expect that the Kenyan parliament will be sanctity where issues are supposed to be discussed. But these people normally hide behind feminism as they promote their sexual feelings, because that's what they can deliver. It's very hard to find these ladies talking about policy, economic policy, or anything about agriculture. In fact, they are mostly known about such comments. So in this episode, I've come to point out the ladies who like sex a lot and why I think they branded themselves that way, but most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, there is a scandal that erupted in Equatorial Guinea. A man called Baltazar Ebong. He was the head of financial intelligence in that country. When they were investigating about him, they found out that he has been having sex with multiple women. A woman of the IGP, assistant IGP, his daughters, ministers' wives, cousins to the presidents, which amount to 400 videos taken. That means there's a possibility that he slept even more than these women, just that these were caught on camera. And this has affected on the African continent. It has brought an effect on the African continent. And yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm trying to do this video to show you the ladies in parliament who like these things, among those women is Esther Passaris. The reason I'm saying that Esther Passaris likes these things, when he had an opportunity, I think he was in this Ababa, okay, in a conference, instead of talking about or fighting for a girl child, or fighting for development in Kenya, or talking about anything which Kenya can gain from, he talked about this man. And it shows you how this woman, Esther Passaris, likes these songs. Before I proceed, let me first play with the tape as Esther Passaris was talking about this. Here is the tape.
Honorable Esther Passaris.
Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me the opportunity to contribute. I want to touch on the Africa Commission on Human Rights and People's Rights. Right now, in all the social media, the Director General of the National Financial Investigation Agency in Equatorial Guinea has been trending, Honorable Batalsa Angonga. And he's been trending because somebody leaked some videos, apparently 400 videos of him having intimate relationships with various women of various stature, and he comes out and says that all of those were AI generated. And I look at human rights and people's rights, and I feel that the new with the AI coming in, what is the Commission doing to ensure that they safeguard people's rights? Because here, a lot of rights are going to be affected if we don't have a way to deal with AI in our legislation. I also want to look at Africa as one voice, one people.
That is Esther Passaris. It is very rare for Esther Passaris to be caught on camera, to go viral when speaking about policy or agriculture or technology without blending it with sexual material. Even when he wanted to talk about technology, he blended it with the viral videos of Balthazar Ebong. In fact, Balthazar Ebong, I think he has gone in history as one of the people in Africa who slept with such a magnitude of women with the evidence on camera. So that topic will be for another day. But you clearly see that every time Esther Passaris goes viral on something, it has blended it with the sexual material. This is the truth. Truth is Esther Passaris looks so good. In fact, she's 60 years, but she still looks beautiful. There's a saying in our African culture where it says that an house gets old on the roof, but doesn't get old on that door. I think you can understand, because every person who tries to change his house, he can change the roof, but they rarely change the door. Esther Passaris is a beautiful woman, one of the beautiful legislators, but his sexual talks and material normally overshadow her potential. That's the truth. Okay? So Esther Passaris is a very beautiful woman. To show you that Esther Passaris has always shined because of sexual talks, and it is the truth. Even recently, a few weeks back, he commented on how very many youth send him nude pictures. Can you imagine? This is where Esther Passaris always shines. In fact, if you want to look at all the viral statements of Esther Passaris, they are blended with this act. Okay? Esther Passaris said these statements about youths who send him nude pictures. Here's the tape.
Nimeona hata mimi kama mheshimiwa, saa zingine vijana wananikosea heshima. Wajua saa ile waliweka namba yangu kwa mtandao, wakaanza kusalimia kila mtu. Ndio wamenitumia mapicha ya vitu ambao hata sijui wanafikiria ni nini hiyo kitu, lazima niangalie. Wengine wananiambia wako na inches. Hata mimi najiuliza, wewe ni kijana kama mtoto wangu. Mimi niko na miaka 60. Alafu unaniambia uko na inches. Alafu unatoa suruali, unachukua picha, hata haijasimama unanitumia. Unaniambia nifanye nini na hiyo kitu? Hapo sasa umefanya aje? Hata si yako. Umechukua picha kutoka mtandao. Kwa sababu hiyo yako wewe kupiga picha. Kwa sababu ukiweka picha haionekani. Vijana, uwe na heshima tafadhali. Kwa sababu kama mnafikiria
That is Esther Passaris. Even that clip went viral. It's very rare, even if you go on the internet, to find a viral statement of Esther Passaris on policy, agriculture, economy, when they speak about feminism. And by the most of the cases, these leaders who speak about feminism know nothing about feminism. In their head, they think that feminism means that a woman must be superior to a man. But I'll make a different video to talk about the real meaning of feminism, because feminism can never be realized without men. So Esther Passaris is beautiful as she is. His sexual talk overshadows her potential. In fact, she's a beautiful woman. When you see her, you don't think she's 60 years. Even at 60, many young men would want to take a piece of her. In fact, let me also show you part of his pictures. That is Esther Passaris. The second woman on my list is Millie Odhiambo. So Odhiambo, by the way, is a very good legislator. When you have him on your side to support for or against anything, is very good. But of late, Millie Odhiambo has also gotten such talks which have made him viral. In fact, there are some statements he makes and you go like, is this Millie Odhiambo? Okay? These are the people who get much of the limelight because of these quotings. The only difference is between Mrs. Odhiambo and Esther Passaris is Mrs. Odhiambo looks more better intellectually. Because sometimes when he even submits on something, you clearly see a person who knows. But he also says such statements. If you think I'm lying, let me play you a tape when Millicent Odhiambo was saying this. Here is the tape.
Mr. Speaker, I'm just wondering whether the honourable member is in order to make the comments made about the chair for Budget Committee, especially at a time when we have just seen a case from Equatorial Guinea of a man who is supposed to have gone around with 400 women. Is he encouraging such bad behavior in this country? We cannot allow such bad behavior.
Chair of Budget and Appropriations Committee.
So
you are working
even at the scandal which happened in Equatorial Guinea, the first people who are coming out to talk about it in the Kenyan parliament, you clearly see the faces I've pointed out, who like these things, who sleep around in parliament. Millie Odhiambo, Esther Passaris. That's the truth. And here, Millie Odhiambo doesn't have a child. Oh, how unfortunate. God gave him stature. God gave us stature. He's a member of parliament. Probably he has money which can also feed 20 kids. I pray that he gets a kid before he dies. But the sexual content have led overshadowing her. Okay? So even amid this point of orders and everything, Millie Odhiambo came out to talk about Baltazar from Equatorial Guinea.
the members and they are very happy behind you. They are not even following one side of the aisle.
The good thing about
in silence.
The good thing about the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations is a very amiable man. So I'm sure the ladies have just found it good to walk out with him.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm just wondering whether the honourable member is in order to make the comments made about the chair for Budget Committee, especially at a time when we have just seen a case from Equatorial Guinea of a man who is supposed to have gone around with 400 women. Is he encouraging such bad behavior in this country? We cannot allow such bad behavior because it is discriminatory against women. Unless it is shown that women can also do exactly the same thing. If we cannot, he is completely out of order. He cannot say such things or do such things.
Minority Whip, I heard Honorable Murugara to say that.
So, first of all, even in Equatorial Guinea, even in the laws of very many countries, sleeping with someone without forcing you is not bad. These people slept with Baltazar. Some people knew that they were being caught on camera. The only problem is he slept with some of the married women, and I don't know what the constitution says, but even if it is to be given a penalty, it is small money because that act was agreed upon by 2 adult women. But the point I'm talking about is the first people who came out to speak about this in the legislature of Kenya. You clearly see the faces, the usual faces, is Millie Odhiambo and Esther Passaris. In fact, this is not the first time. Millie Odhiambo has always spoken these things. There is a day he revealed in the National Assembly that he has just had sex on the floor of Parliament. And that thing got viral. People who normally get viral statements, and these viral statements normally overshadow their potential. I know for sure Millie Odhiambo is a bright woman, but of late these things are overshadowing him. And rumors has it that he sleeps also around in Parliament. He's 58. Imagine Millie Odhiambo, because he's serving his third term. Is it 4th term or third time? Imagine Millie Odhiambo in his 30s. Maybe he was Jewish and everyone was having a taste of that Jewish. There's a time Millie Odhiambo said these things on the floor of Parliament. Listen very carefully.
Who hasn't had sex? Even I have had sex. Otherwise, why is my name Mrs. Mabona? But you cannot use, even today I've had. What is the big deal if I've had? And if you think there's a problem, report to the nearest police or report me to God.
That is Millie Odhiambo saying that he has just had sex. In our African culture, by the way, intimacy is not supposed to be public. in our African culture. But they are coming out to speak about it freely on the floor of parliament, saying that he has just had it. Imagine young girls looking at it. That means they enjoy it, they sleep around in parliament. They like it. Okay? Because in our African culture, that thing has been a secret. Even when they are fighting against homosexuality. Homosexuality has been with Africans for 1,000 years, but it has never been legislated because our culture has handled that, because intimacy is not public, but these people are making it public. Okay? In fact, here are the pictures, Millie Odhiambo. The third person on the list is Nyamu. Nyamu, even if you ask him what he stands for, he knows nothing. There's a day they ask him about the finance bill. He knows nothing. He knows completely nothing. Okay? She's also a very beautiful woman. The only thing you know about Nyamu are the scandals. Baby daddy beating her. I'm not saying it's good to beat a woman, sleeping with this one. Of late I hear that Cheregei is hitting the things all, and even if I'm Cheregei, I can hit it too. So Nyamu is also known about those statements. In fact, every time Nyamu has gone viral, it's either he's dancing on a TikTok video, he's making a statement which is contrary to what has been asked. He knows nothing about legislature, but I don't know, maybe his beauty took him where she is right now. There's a day, even during the swearing in of Professor Kindiki, Nyamu caught attention not because he spoke very well, not because he's a teacher, but because of the dress she wore. Others were they caught attention of very many Kenyans because of what they said, even during interviews, the Moses Kudi and others. But Nyamu caught attention because of what he was dressing. Let me first play with it.
Because now we are like it for
so even the Kenyan cameraman or the news reporters know what they should hold. You know, in politics, it depends on what you cut out yourself as, what you want to be. There are some people who cut out themselves as politicians. There are some politicians who cut out themselves as propagandists. There are some politicians who cut out themselves as economists. There are some politicians who cut out themselves as lawyers. But these people cut out themselves as people who love sex, who want to talk about intimacy and everything. Even a video on TikTok went viral when he's dancing on a certain video. In fact, here's the tape.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I can roast, I can
Add another dust of changing so that you can see what she has. She's a beautiful woman, but we've never known what she stands for. Her sexual talks and dances and comments overshadow what she does. And it is intentional because I think that's what she sells to other people. She's also beautiful. There are few people who can resist Karen Nyamu. That's why even Cherege is enjoying. Let's continue.
Ivo Ivo, slewe sana. Ivo Ivo, Ivo Ivo, slewe sana.
That is Karen Nyamu. Those are the 3 topmost women who love sex. The act and talking about it. Millicent Omanga would have made it on the list, but Millicent Omanga is not in parliament. All they knew about Millicent Omanga is a big butt, wide hips. Nothing. That's what he sold to the Kenyans, and maybe Kenyans were wise not to act as a woman rape. That's what she's known for. But it's not in parliament. That's why she didn't make it on the list. Of course, that's my opinion. Drop me a comment by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See you on another one. Peace.